So if you're telling me that he really believed that on Sunday he would, it doesn't matter if he goes to war with AOC or Mendoza or Kirk Cousins, that's a lie. Because if that was the case, he would have never went and got Kirk Cousins before he even got Mendoza.
How are you going to orchestrate the logistics of creating kind of that competition? And as Kirk said, may the best man win, and it starts in training camp.
Yeah, I think we're giving guys a fair share of reps, and I would not count Aidan out. Aidan's had a phenomenal offseason. He's a professional. He's pushing Kirk. He's pushing Fernando. So I think John's, gave us a great group of 3 guys to work with. Jacob, our 4th guy, our young guy, is doing a great job. So we just got to give them reps and make sure all 3 of those guys get time with the ones, and it'll reveal itself. But I think if we went and played the game tomorrow, I would take any one of those 3 quarterbacks. I'm really excited about all 3 of them.
They've already told us what was going to happen.
They told y'all that, and y'all believe that.
They already told us what happened. Klint Kubiak already said, and Spytek said, the veteran deserves the right to start. He deserves to take those first team reps, right? So that tells me whether he plays a whole quarter or he comes out and plays, three possessions of a quarter, and then AOC or Mendoza comes out and plays the rest of that quarter, and then they mix it up for the second quarter, and then maybe run with Mendoza, or because he needs the most reps, obviously. So maybe Mendoza plays the whole second half, or almost the whole entire third and half the fourth, and then they go with Jacobs, right? Jacob Clark. He's going to have to give some reps too. They can't just leave him out. So there's 4 quarterbacks. But if you're going to have a true competition, that what they do in the preseason doesn't matter. It's what they do when the pads come on. It's who's out there getting the reps with the first team with the first team offense. Is it a whole day like it's been in the past where Minshew was the guy one day and then AOC was the guy the next day, and they did that for the whole entire camp? Or this year where it was Geno Smith for the first couple of weeks, and then the last couple of weeks they switched it up and let AOC run with the ones for a little bit. They've mixed it up. So we'll see in camp how much Mendoza gets first team reps. And if he doesn't get a lot, then that says a lot about that. And if Aidan doesn't get a lot, that says a lot about that. But we'll see when the reporters start reporting if they're all 3 getting first team reps during the day, or if they one day and one day and one day, it'll tell a lot. But we don't know until the pads come on. But I do know that I believe, maybe you don't, but I believe Klint Kubiak is genuine. I feel like when he speaks. I don't think he's out there gassing anybody up or trying to blow anybody up. I think what he says is genuine. And if you don't feel that way, then you don't feel that way. But
bro, haven't you been?
I'm not going to sit up here and say Klint Kubiak's trying to pull the wool over the nation's eyes and gas up Aidan O'Connell just to pump up his trade value. I think the dude generally fucking believes that this kid has potential, or he wouldn't say that. And if he does not believe
he don't have potential,
then he's not starting off right away as a head coach to come out here and talk that shit. And it now we're trading Aidan O'Connell. But what happened? Bro. That's just my opinion. And you don't have to agree, but that's just mine.
Bro, look, I get that you really want AOC to start or have an opportunity to start. And yes, you probably can have a quarterback competition with 2 quarterbacks, but you're not about to do it with 3, and especially not 4. So the thing about it is, we know once that start, and you think that Klint Kubiak is sitting up here being 100% forthcoming and honest about what's going on in that QB room, then you are sadly mistaken. Because I don't care how much of a Christian he is, everything he say out his mouth is not going to be true, because there is politics involved, and you have to frame things a certain kind of way. And so if you're telling me that he really believed that on Sunday he would, it doesn't matter if he goes to war with AOC or Mendoza or Kirk Cousins, that's a lie. Because if that was the case, he would have never went and got Kirk Cousins before he even got Mendoza.
He's saying that. He keeps saying that, but how did he know what he did in Mendoza before he went and got Kirk Cousins? He was fucking preparing for a Super Bowl. He said it himself. He didn't even watch a game.
Wait a minute.
He went and got Kirk Cousins. He went and got Kirk Cousins because he that was the first thing they did when he got a job. He didn't know anything about Mendoza. He said it in his interviews. I don't know. We'll have to see. I can't wait to get in there and study the film, get him in the building and talk to him. But you don't think he did his homework on?
You don't think he did his homework?
He didn't know.
So you don't think he did his homework on AOC before they drafted Mendoza?
You know, all these things, all these smiles, and eventually that kind of wears away, and then you got to go get to work, and that's what I'm excited about doing. You know, is going to watch some tape and get to know these players better and put together a great coaching staff.
You think he did his homework on him?
I don't think he did homework on anybody before he went and got Mendoza.
He said he did.
And then as far as you know, who the first pick is going to be, you know, we got a lot of tape to watch before we determine who that's going to be.
What do you mean?
He said he watched a couple film of people in the building. He never said shit about those.
Oh my God!
What an opportunity! Yeah, to get to go study this draft, and you know, we'll come to that conclusion here soon enough. There's a lot of work to be done before then.
You telling me that there was a quarterback on the roster? He didn't do no homework.
I'm sure
on
he watched some games when he had time, but how much time do you have preparing for a playoff?
17 starts, man. Because he's not that guy. You
have from February taking over a new coach. You have to hire coaches. You have to prepare your roster. You have to prepare for the draft. And you really think he's worried about going back and trying to fit in film as well? I'm sure he's got people that watch film for him.
Looking forward to, you know, attacking that process with John and our you know, scouting department and the coaches working really closely together.
So he didn't look at AOC. He don't know. He really don't know about AOC. Is what you
I don't know what he did. I know that once he did say he looked at film and got him in the film room and got him in the building, he was highly impressed.
Of course he's going to say that.
Genuinely impressed.
Of course he's going to say that. He ain't going to say, "Oh, I think he average." He ain't going to say that.
We're going to be about the work, like I said.